We're talking tennis this morning, and you'll love the purpose. It's game, set, and match for Bethany Christian Services. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Millen team of Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, the mortgage company of the year, here on 38th Avenue in the Bilo Plaza. We're focused on an upcoming tennis tournament to benefit Bethany Christian Services, and we're visiting with Sue Brunson, one of the organizers of the tournament. Thank you for coming in, Sue.
Well, thank you for letting me come on the air.
It's exciting. The tournament's getting close, June 8th.
It is. It is a great tournament for a worthy cause.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, of course, on Thursday night, June 7th, you all have a big kickoff event, and then the tournament's the 8th through the 10th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It is. On the 7th, that Thursday night, the kickoff party's at the Dunes Club. It's from 7 to 8:30. Last year, it was absolutely fabulous. There's a silent auction, there's a regular auction, Calcutta, the food's wonderful, the hospitality's fabulous, but I want to make sure everybody remembers the purpose, and that it is a fundraiser for a great cause. Bethany is a wonderful organization that I feel very honored to be a part of, helping girls and women in crisis pregnancies and helping couples that desperately want a child to become a family. So that's our purpose, and good play, good fellowship.
That's great, Sue. Good to tighten it up like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we have 25 minutes instead of 2, because we got to go a little beyond that. No, that's good. Thanks for summing it all up.
Okay.
That'd be a nice way to wrap up the interview as well. But when we think about, of course, so many activities that have to happen during the year to get ready for a big weekend, like June 8th through 10th. A lot has to happen during the year for you all to have a successful event. And, of course, lining up some tremendous sponsors, lining up the location, lining up the date.
Yes, well, the Dunes has graciously offered to host this event, and Prestwick as well. In fact, all the area clubs have said they would step up.
Good.
But the Dunes Club is our host site, and I would love to fill all the tennis venues around here, which we have beautiful tennis facilities around the beach, the Grand Strand. We have an active Grand Strand Tennis League Association that I have been fortunate to play with. Sometimes I just stand out on the court, but I do try to hit the ball fairly well sometimes. If the wind's blowing right, I do try to play well.
You all do have a very active, the Grand Strand, is it Tennis League or Grand Strand Tennis Association? Or?
It is.
Sure.
Multiple leagues, all different levels, from beginner to, pro level, basically, plays out of the Grand Strand with some of the best league tennis in the state right here.
Is that right? Our tennis columnist, Neil Peterson's been writing about tennis for a while.
He does a great job, and he is a very good tennis player, too.
Is he really?
He is.
I've never seen Neil play tennis.
He is an excellent tennis
player.
player.
Have you played with him before?
No, I've never played with him, but I've seen him whip up on a lot of people.
Is that right? That is fascinating. Neil's an amazing guy, and he's been doing that column for... He'd been at the Sun News for many, many years prior to...
I used to love that column.
Yeah, well, good. Well, tune in now. He's been doing it now for a couple of years in the Herald. You
I know he
can get a copy, and of course he and so many other dedicated volunteers to the Grand Strand Tennis. Is it GSTA? Tennis Association.
Tennis
the Honeycutts are very active in that as well.
Susie's one of my tennis partners.
Is that right? That is great. Well, we expect to see those folks and many others out on that weekend. Now, the big event, of course, the night before the kickoff event, that's where a lot of the dollars come together to help. I think you said you all had a silent auction, a live auction, and, of course, the Calcutta, and you're going to have to share with viewers what that means in a second.
Now, with the silent auction, we have Christy Turner has been gathering prizes all over the Grand Strand for the silent auction.
Good.
And then she's putting things together in baskets. And the area retailers and different individuals have been so gracious. Some of the baskets might have $1,000 worth of prizes in them. So what we've had to actually kind of separate some of the baskets because they were absolutely getting so large and make more of them. That says a lot about the people here at the Strand.
Folks willing to give for a worthy cause.
People are willing to give when they know the cause is right.
Right.
And then the regular auction, there will be different things in that will be auctioned off. That's, great fun.
Good.
Sign up for everything and see what happens.
Absolutely.
That's what I did last year.
Yeah, drive the bids up. Good for you, Susan.
Drive the bids up. It's a lot of fun. And what else? The Calcutta. Now, the Calcutta is when teams bet on each other. And people that know how to work a Calcutta can actually make money off of it, but don't forget, a cut of that money is always going to Bethany.
Right, absolutely.
Keeping that cause in mind all the time. But it can be so exciting to watch the auctioneer, drive the prices up and the people
and that's
bidding
your goal,
against each
absolutely.
other. Last year, as I said earlier, last year someone did bet a lot of money on me to win. Now, I did know that that was not a good bet, but you know what? He didn't mind betting on me, even though he knew I wasn't going to win, because he knew the money was going to be well spent. Even though I have apologized to him ever since I've seen him for that.
Since then, that's right.
Since
that's right.
Then,
that's hilarious. So it's 6 to 8:30 on that Thursday the 7th. Okay,
and I do hope everybody that plays comes to the party,
sure,
because it's just so much fun, and it's good fellowship with each other. Plus, this year I want to make sure that we do drive home the purpose of the tournament, because you can play good tennis anywhere. But this is a special tennis tournament because it is for Bethany.
And you'll have a chance to share with the folks who attend that Thursday night event about the purpose of Bethany, to remind them why they're there, and of course why they're going to come out and see some of y'all hit the balls on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I assume you hit them a couple
I do. I try.
Yeah.
I try to hit it more than twice.
If a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family off to school, what's the best number for someone to call to learn more about the tournament? I think I saw you've got the Dunes Club phone number as well as the Bethany Christian
the Dunes Club.
Right.
Diane and Fritz Gildemeister at the Dunes Club.
The 4490185 number?
That's it, exactly.
Good.
And I would go in and call. We do have the entry forms available at area clubs now.
Right.
They're going out, or just call. Go on and call. And this year, as opposed to last year, we have reduced the entrance fee.
No.
Yep, absolutely, because we want to make sure that more people get out there. And we have had very generous money come in for sponsors.
Good.
Just overwhelming.
I saw some of those tremendous sponsors, Scalise Realty and BB&T, and of course Martin's, and Dr. Keith and Suzanne Berry there, and many others. You've got a lot of tremendous sponsors that have been stepping up, as you say.
We do. We have the big money sponsors. Of course, Scalise Realty is our title sponsor, and they are just amazing at what they've done for Bethany. Just a blessing. And then some of the other big sponsors. But I have to tell you too, every time we get a sponsorship of $100, we have lots of sponsorships for $100 or $200, and then people donating the prizes. All of that adds up to really make for a wonderful event, and one that's well funded, and the money is all used for our local Bethany office.
Yes, that's wonderful.
So it stays right here.
That is wonderful. If a viewer wants to learn more, less about the tournament, but more about Bethany, what's the good phone number to call to learn about Bethany?
Well, you can call right here to our local Bethany office, 839
5433.
5433, that's exactly right.
5433. Of course, you'd said earlier before we began filming 1-800-BETHANY, which a lot of
1-800-BETHANY is our national number that you can call, and then the Bethany website, www.bethany.org.
Okay, and it's got tremendous information online.
It does. This summer, one of the things that we're doing to get the word out is flying banner planes.
Is that right?
We are going to have banner planes going during spring, when summer first starts, and all the teenagers.
Right now,
are at the beach. We are going to have the banner planes going.
Just promoting the Bethany.org and 1-800-BETHANY.
Crisis pregnancy. Need help. 1-800-BETHANY.
That's wonderful. Good for y'all. That's a great commitment to get out there and reach folks on the beach and all up and down the Strand who clearly need to be reached. A lot of crisis pregnancies occurring in this area as well as in the PD and southeastern North Carolina and all over the country.
So even if a young woman calls 1-800-BETHANY and they're on vacation here, it's going to route them to where they need to be anywhere across the United States.
When they get back to home,
when they get back to home.
Sure.
And, of course, you can always call our local Bethany office.
That's wonderful, 839-5433. Break down a little bit about Bethany for viewers who may not be familiar with what Bethany's purpose is. Of course, you broke it down a little bit earlier, but just how you all got together here locally, or when the chapter opened, or just a little bit about what you all are doing.
Bethany is a Christian-based adoption agency and for crisis pregnancies. So, as I said earlier, if you have got a young woman who finds herself maybe scared and needing a pregnancy test, she can go to Bethany. Worried about what to do, and Bethany will help walk her through the processes. If she decides to keep the baby, they can do some shepherding to help her through her pregnancy and to help train her in the role of a new mom. If she decides to give her baby up, they will have counseling to help her both before, during, and after the pregnancy. Then you've got families. Oh, let me rephrase. Then you've got couples that want a baby, and desperately. And seems like every time I turn around, I'm hearing of somebody wanting a child and not able to have a child. And this is the answer to their prayers. And Bethany goes in and does the home studies. And it is a Christian-based group, so they want a good Christian home for the child. Now, styles of adoption, they can be open adoption, where the mother actually picks the family. The family gets to know the mother. It can be a closed adoption. The mother is the driving force in this. And I think that's one of the amazing things, one of the God-given things that Bethany does, is that the adoption can be tailor-made to what the birth mother wants and what the adoptive family wants as well.
Right, very important.
And we have something called embryo adoption as well that is fairly new. It came in to play in 2004, and it's when women go to fertility clinics and they have embryos that need to be implanted for whatever reason, and they've used them and they've had a pregnancy or they've decided not to do it, they can turn their embryos over to Bethany. And so an adoptive family can come and actually get those embryos, and those can be implanted into a woman.
That's fascinating.
And adopt a child that way too.
That is fascinating, Sue. Well, a lot of different routes that folks could take, but crisis pregnancies are the centerpiece to a great degree, obviously providing a Christian-based adoption, facilitating adoptions as well, very important, but clearly the crisis pregnancy is probably a centerpiece for y'all and taking up a lot of time. And y'all have volunteers as well, Sue?
We have volunteers that actually man a 24-hour hotline. So you can call the Bethany number both locally or the 1-800, and you're going to get to talk to somebody.
Live time.
Live time.
Wow, very important.
Talking to somebody. And so that's a good thing.
Yes. Yeah. Real quick about yourself, Sue. Are you originally from the area?
This is my hometown. I'm a local yokel.
Is that right?
From Myrtle Beach.
From Myrtle Beach.
From Myrtle
Beach. Really?
That's exactly right. I graduated Myrtle Beach High School. I graduated Coastal Carolina when there was only 5 buildings there.
Oh, golly.
Tuition was $287 a semester when I was at Coastal.
Is that right? No way.
Yeah.
We had a guest yesterday, Paul Banta, who was the assistant athletic director out there and joined Coastal 23 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Probably not much different than when you were there. Probably not much different at all.
I think I was there a little bit before him.
Or a little bit after him. That's right. Let's. And of course, for you growing up in Myrtle Beach, you've probably seen the area change quite a bit.
I have. One thing about Myrtle Beach, though, it just gets more beautiful all the time.
It does. Listen to you. Yes. Yes.